We kind of look at Apple here relative to maybe some of those FANG names. I mean, clearly the valuation is something that distinguishes Apple versus many of those FANG names. And when you kind of look at where the consensus estimates have come here over the last month, they've actually gravitated higher since the announcement of the next gen iPhones. So we actually saw iPhones revenue at about 4.5% for fiscal 19 entering that announcement. We're now sitting at about 6.7% revenue growth for fiscal 19. So our view is that the consensus estimates continue to remain too low, and it will continue to gravitate higher. And that's really why the stock has held in there so well.
Given how high expectations were and are for the new phone models coming out, where can Apple improve on expectations?
Yeah, I mean, what's going to obviously make or break the quarter here for the September quarter as well as that December quarter will be average selling prices. We continue to believe that the consensus estimates remain too low as far as average selling prices are concerned. We're looking, north of $750, we think, for the September quarter, and we think the consensus at around $800 for that December quarter also too low. We think at least $820. So we do think there's upside there. We also think commentary surrounding China is going to be extremely important, more for kind of investor sentiment perspective, and we think any type of positive commentary out of there should also help propel the stock higher.
Are you concerned about China, though, because new government numbers were cited today saying that the shipments for iPhones are down about 24%?
Yeah, I mean, when we kind of look at just, not only Apple here in general, but when you kind of look at the broader smartphone industry out of China, I mean, there's clearly been some softness going on there. But that being said, there's been softness going on now for a protracted period of time, and Apple has really kind of been able to buck the trends there.
Yeah, and I want to correct myself, too. The government data actually shows that these smartphone shipments are down 12%, not 24%, as I cited.
Yeah, and I will say this, one thing is for sure, I think volume will potentially be hard to come by when it comes for the broader the broader smartphone industry. We do think Apple is taking share out in China, and we do think those average selling prices, again, will help, offset a lot of that softness. Will it completely offset that? I think it remains to be seen. It is an area of concern for us, but we remain optimistic there.
The December quarter is going to be the full quarter where we have iPhone XR sales. Angelo, are you concerned at all about cannibalization away from the XS and the XS Max, which would then bring average selling prices down?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I think when we kind of look at average selling prices here for the December quarter, again, our view is north of half the sales for these next generation devices are actually going to come from that iPhone XR. So, we do expect a very strong showing from there, and we do expect it to somewhat cannibalize some of those higher prices devices. But that being said, we think that's perfectly okay, especially given where those consensus estimates are today. So we're not necessarily concerned about it. We do think that that iPhone XR will be the key to whether or not Apple has success in China here for that December quarter. Right.